report was released, it wasn't easy reading through it and just kind of having to almost relive what Joshua had done. And it was a shocking thing, but at the same time, there wasn't new information for my heart.
Doesn't Anna have 7 kids with him, several of them after the truth came out? So this is like almost like a loaded comment in a way, and it's nothing that you said that is bad. So in 2015, the police reports were released to the public by In Touch magazine that Josh had SA'd 5 girls when he was a teenager. This is when they were filming 19 Kids and Counting. Ginger talks about it in her book. Jill talks about it in her book. And according to Anna, in Counting On Season 1, Episode 2, she knew about that shit. There's a clip, and I'll play it in a second. So she knew going into her courtship with Trashua that he had done disgusting things to 5 young girls, 4 of them being his siblings.
I knew about this long before it hit the press. Not long after Josh and I first met, our family went to Arkansas and visited Joshua's family. And while we were there, Joshua shared with my parents his life story, the good and the bad and the ugly. And he was very detailed and very honest with my parents because in his heart, he wanted to pursue a relationship, and he knew, hey, before this gets anywhere, I really want her parents to know who I am, what I've walked through, and the direction that I'm headed in.
So not long after those police reports were released in 2015, the Ashley Madison scandal hit, and that's why I have, for 6 years now, referred to him as Trashly Madison. I even made a family tree joking that when Anna and him announced that they were pregnant with baby number 7, there was no way in hell they were going to name the child Madison. And they fucking proved me wrong. But in regards to the comment, doesn't Anna have 7 kids with him, several after the truth came out? You could say that Anna has had kids with him knowing the first thing that Josh has done, which is the essay of minors. Well, she absolutely knew. And there were people who argue and say, well, I doubt that her dad and her mom told her anything, whatever. When it comes to the Ashley Madison scandal, in my opinion, that blindsided her. But she still chose to stay. He went to some therapy, which was actually just harboring more SOs, and there's a whole thing on that. But she still stayed. She still stayed and had several more kids with him. She announced her pregnancy, baby number 7, and then he was arrested on federal charges for CSAM. She's still staying. She has been given several outs from like Amy, from her own brother, and she chooses to stay. So that's the issue that I have with Anna. Unfortunately, there's a lot more in depth with it, with their religion and staying, and she made a vow, and it's in their covenant that she's to stick by them, and that's where the cult book comes in that's missing in my house, and I don't know where it is. But basically, she is, and people hate when I use this word, but she is trained to stay. Now, do I think that he will try to force her to have more children when he gets out in 2032 if she's able to? Absolutely. I guess there's like a fine line here. When did she or does she become complicit because she's choosing to stay and choosing to save her marriage while he sits in federal prison? But yeah, she continued to have kids with him, and she takes them to go visit him, so I guess you could say she is complicit. Which is really sad, because at the end of the day, if Anna decided she wanted to leave, she wanted to save her kids, she wanted to save herself, the amount of interviews, she could get a book deal, like, she would have a nice little Easter goose egg to sit on from all of that for speaking out against the horrible things that her husband has done.